if Jake Paul versus KSI, if those two ever fought today, Jake Paul would destroy KSI, in my opinion, just because like Jake fights like he's a professional fighter. KSI, he fights like a 7-year old with those little baby swings, or I mean wild swings. So I say that because like if KSI hops in the ring with someone that knows how to box, like Mike Tyson or Floyd Mayweather, someone like that, KSI is getting knocked out in the first round because you can't swing like that. He's leaving his body open, and then like if he does that to Jake, it's gonna be a first round knockout to anyone who fights like that, or if KSI fights anyone like that, everyone would knock him out except Logan Paul. So like if KSI learns how to swing, if KSI learns how to swing, give him 5 or 6 months, and he learns how to punch, KSI is gonna beat Jake Paul because he'll learn how to swing. You know, like KSI is the type of guy that he's like a in your face boxer. He's like an in your face boxer. Jake, he's like a technical boxer. He's like a like I'm just gonna jab in your face. Like he's like gonna step in a distance and like jab in your face. He's like that type of boxer. So obviously Gabe, he tried that. He just rushed Jake Paul without with just ducking and without not really thinking. So he ducked the first 5 seconds. It was working. Then he was getting slapped around. So because he kept ducking, that was the main reason. That not one of the reasons Jake won. So if KSI comes at Jake, as KSI he's pretty good at bobbing and weaving. So if KSI like if he like misses some if he like dodges some of Jake Paul's punches, then he'll be fine, and Jake will be like, "Oh man, yo, I'm missing a lot of my punches because KSI keeps moving around, and now he's hitting me with a lot of body shots and a lot of face shots. I don't know what to do." Bam! Next thing you know, fifth round, KSI wins the fight. So that's what I'm saying. So let's say Jake wins the fight. I'm not talking about like what they're gonna do. Oh, obviously they're gonna brag. Um, if Jake wins, I think he might keep boxing. I don't know, but I mean, obviously he's gonna brag. He's gonna do all that stuff. Um, if he wins, if they fight like in 2 or 3 months, if he wins, no one's gonna be surprised because the way how KSI fights. If KSI wins, I would be surprised if they fought right now because KSI he doesn't know how to swing. So that's what I think. Cause I mean, KSI he's a warrior. He's like a warrior who's untrained. You're basically putting a kid in a war. You're basically putting a kid in a war you're putting a kid in a war who doesn't have a gun. So that's what KSI is basically doing. You're putting him in a fight and he barely knows how to fight. I'll give him that. He has a lot of stamina, but if you keep getting punched in the face, what's that stamina gonna do? That's not gonna do anything if you keep getting hit in the face and in the body. You're just gonna be hurting, and then you're gonna be in the corner like, okay, gotta take all these punches, take all these punches. Now I'm losing the round. Bam! First round knockout. Jake Paul wins and takes KSI's title. Or second round knockout. Jake Paul wins and takes KSI's title. Something around the lines like that. So if Jake keeps training and KSI just keeps going on tours. Well, I mean, he's about to go on tour. My fault. And if Jake KSI goes on tours and just makes YouTube videos, he's gonna lose the fight. But if KSI takes this fight seriously, I think this fight's gonna happen next year because COVID. So if they fight next year and KSI starts to realize, okay, this fight's happening this year in 2020. I'm pretending it's 2021. Okay, this fight's happening in this year, so I need to get in training. I need to train and spar a little bit. So when KSI learns how to fight, obviously I think he's gonna win for fifth round. But if Jake Paul, like, if he continues to train how he is, and let's say Jake Paul keeps training how he is, but he's getting consistently better, and KSI he trained like he did with Logan, KSI is gonna get slapped around. I promise you, he's gonna get slapped around. How he fights is like so weird. His fighting techniques is just unnatural. It's like no one does that. No one swings with full extension. Like let's say I'm hooking someone. Let's say I hook someone, right? And I'm like my arm's bent. It's like looks like a hook. But like in one of the highlights, KSI went for a hook. His arm was full extent and hit, and I don't remember if he connected. Logan probably missed. I mean, Logan probably like ducked it or something like that. So KSI, you got power, but like if KSI swings like that to Jake, Jake's getting rocked. But if he misses and Jake ducks and hits KSI with a hook, you're going to sleep. KSI is going to sleep. What else I'm about to say? So those are like my predictions. Really, if KSI just learns how to fight correctly, his technique is on point, Jake's gonna get rocked. I'm not the type of KSI fan that's toxic and what's the word? Unrealistic. Saying, oh, KSI's gonna beat Jake Paul first round. Jake Paul has no chance. I think it's gonna be a good fight. I'm not gonna be in Jake Paul's comment section saying, oh yeah, KSI's gonna show you first round. It's not gonna happen. He's not beating the first round. I'm one of those realistic KSI fans. Like, okay, if KSI fights Jake right now, KSI's getting rocked. But if he fights him 5-6 months later, KSI is going to beat Jake. He's gonna beat Jake. So that's what I think. That's what I believe is gonna happen. And yeah, subscribe, hit the like button. Oh, and my next video, it's gonna be if Deji, if he returns to boxing. I need to record that later. So yeah, peace.